Welcome to Pause and Play. I'm Jessica. This is your pocket companion, a place to pause, to play, and to find your way back home to yourself. You don't have to do anything, just be here. Guidepost 9. Do something that scares me. Stretching your comfort zone with courage and curiosity. Fear isn't the enemy, it's a signal, it's a threshold, an invitation to grow. Close your eyes, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, and release it gently through your mouth. Place your hand on your chest, feel your heartbeat, and whisper, I can do brave things, even when I'm scared. Repeat this phrase 3 times. Let the fear soften, let the courage rise. Do something that scares me. This mantra is not about recklessness. It's about aliveness. It's about noticing where fear is holding you back and choosing to move with it, not away from it. Every time you do something scary but true, you build a deeper relationship with your own courage. Fear often shows up right at the edge of expansion. It whispers, stay safe, don't try, don't fail. But not all fear is danger. Some fear is growth in disguise. This guidepost invites you to get curious about your fear, to distinguish between real threat and false alarm, to recognize that doing something scary, something meaningful, can be an act of liberation. Fear used to stop me cold when my breath quickened, when my chest tightened, when doubt crept in. I took it as a red light, a sign to turn back. But at some point, I started asking a different question. What if this fear isn't danger, but a doorway? I'm terrified of heights, not just uncomfortable, but my body responds with a full-on panic reaction. Shallow breath, sweaty palms, racing heart. It's not something I can think my way out of. It's a full body nervous system response. And yet there we were, me and my 3 young kids standing at the base of the hot air balloon ride at the Philadelphia Zoo. They were wide-eyed with excitement, begging to go up, and I was a single parent. There was no one else to pass this task to. I had a choice. Not a reckless one, but a mindful, measured one. I wanted them to have this memory without my fear becoming theirs. So I tuned in. This wasn't a no zone, it was a stretch, a manageable edge, and I chose to meet it. They knew I was scared. Maybe not how scared, but I didn't hide it. I talked through it out loud. This is scary for me. My palms are sweaty, my breath is fast, but I'm breathing through it. We're safe, we're together. I can do this. As we rose into the sky, I held their hands tightly. My feet were off the ground, but my heart stayed tethered to them. Tears welled in my eyes, not just from fear, but from awe. Awe at the courage it took to stand there. Awe at the gift of that view, that shared moment, that smile through tears. That day, I didn't just ride in a hot air balloon. I expanded. I met a version of myself I hadn't yet known, one who could be scared and steady at the same time. Since then, I've learned to follow the little flutters, the tremble in my chest, the nervous excitement. Sometimes we call that nervous-sighted. I still feel fear, but I've learned I don't have to be fearless to be brave. And sometimes the things that scare me are simply pointing me towards something sacred. science meets soul. Fear lives in the body. It's a nervous system response designed to keep us safe. But our brain can't always tell the difference between real danger and emotional risk. Sometimes they feel the same way in our bodies. When we stretch outside our comfort zone in small, supported ways, we create neural pathways. We expand our window of tolerance. We teach our body, this is scary and safe, both. Brave acts done with regulation helps us rewire fear into freedom. If we never do what scares us, we stay small. We miss the invitation to evolve. But when we do the hard thing, the new thing, the true thing, we meet parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. We become more whole, more free, more fully alive. Your fear isn't a stop sign. It's a signpost. Let it point you toward the next brave step. Try this. Daily practices. Name one thing that feels scary and do a micro version of it today. Speak a truth you've been holding in. Sign up for something new, a class, a connection, a cause. Take a different route, literally or figuratively. Start the conversation you've been avoiding. Wear something bold that reflects the real you. Share your art, your voice, or your truth with someone. Say yes to something you've been afraid to try. Say no to something that doesn't align. Celebrate the fear, not just the outcome. Pause prompts. What am I afraid of? And what's beneath that fear? What would I do if I knew I wouldn't fail? What small risk am I ready to take today? How does fear feel in my body? What fear stories am I carrying that aren't mine? Where is my fear protecting me? And where is it limiting me? What does courage mean to me right now? What does my inner child need when I feel afraid? What's the difference between fear and intuition? How do I want to relate to fear moving forward? Fear often speaks in absolutes. Don't try, don't speak, don't move. But in the pause, we find the nuance. We find space to question. What am I really afraid of? What am I protecting? What else might be possible? The pause isn't where fear wins. It's where truth gets to speak. Play prompts. Write a short story or comic about a fear-facing hero, you. Make a courage collage with images that inspire bravery. Create a playlist called Fear Walkers. Dance to it. Paint your fear as a creature. Then paint your courage beside it. Write a love letter to your fear. Play a game you've never tried. Take a brave photo that reflects a hidden part of you. Use sidewalk chalk to write brave messages in public spaces. Make a badge that says, I did the scary thing. Dress up like your bravest self and strut. Play makes fear lighter. It shifts the energy. It reminds us that we don't have to white knuckle our way through bravery. We can dance with it. Play says, it's safe to try. It's safe to be seen. It's safe to grow. It's safe to make mistakes and try again. Let your bravery be joyful, not just gritty. Let it be playful, not just pressured. Integration practices. Keep a brave journal to record each act of courage, big or small. Use affirmations like, "Fear is here, and so is my strength." Create a fear ladder, small steps toward a bigger goal. Reflect nightly on one brave thing you did. Share your fear story with someone safe. Practice grounding techniques before doing something scary. Track how your body feels about bravery, not note the aliveness. Post a mantra where you'll see it daily. I can do brave things. Write a letter from your future self thanking you for doing it afraid. Visualize success, not perfection, but presence. Courage isn't something you wait for, it's something you practice. You don't have to slay every fear in one day. You just have to take the next brave step with shaky hands, with a fast heartbeat, with honesty. Each act of courage is a declaration. I trust myself to grow. Art therapy prompts. Draw a before and after of doing something brave. Create a comic strip of your fear and your bravery talking it out. Collage an image of what freedom looks like beyond fear. Paint the word brave and decorate it with symbols of growth. Trace your body and draw where fear lives and where courage rises. Make a mixed media piece with torn paper and gold. My fears made into strength. Create a permission slip for your next brave thing. Illustrate the journey from freeze to flight to flow. Make a pocket-sized mantra card. Do it afraid. Doodle a brave path with winding lines, symbols, and secret strength. Personal exploration. Journal prompt. What's one thing I've been afraid to do, but deeply want to? Doodle prompt. Sketch a bridge from fear to courage. Collage prompt. Find and arrange images that reflect strength, boldness, and movement. I can do brave things, even when I'm scared. This affirmation grounds you in choice, in presence, in self-trust. You don't have to wait until you feel ready. You just have to stay true. Let this be your reminder. Fear doesn't get the final say. Courage does. Courage doesn't always roar. Sometimes courage is the quiet voice at the end of the day saying, I will try again tomorrow. Mary Ann Radmacher. Bravery isn't just for big moments. It's for every moment you choose truth over fear. Every time you stretch, speak, step forward. You don't have to be fearless to be brave. You just have to be willing. Try the thing, say the thing, be the thing, even if it scares you, especially when it scares you. Community invitation. What's one brave thing you've done lately? Or one thing you're ready to try? Share it with your journal, your people, or your community. Let's build a practice of shared courage, one brave step at a time. Before you go, I want to recognize what you just did. You showed up, you stayed, and you allowed yourself to imagine stepping towards something instead of away. Today you practiced courage. And in doing that, you expanded your life. You loved yourself beyond the limits of fear. And every time you do that, your nervous system learns that fear does not have to stop you. It can guide you forward. You are leaving this episode different than when you arrived, because now there is a part of you that moves toward your life. And I want you to know, I see you. Carry this forward with you. You are braver than you think. I'll meet you here again soon. Pause and play. Thanks for sharing this time with me. Take a breath and carry whatever feels right with you. I'll meet you here again soon. Pause and play.